back on the live. This is Dawn. I'm back in the kitchen. I'm back in the kitchen, y'all, once again. So this is part two of my Ooey Gooey chocolate cake that I am making for um, my nephew. Okay, and his name is DJ. And his birthday was actually earlier the week, but his mom is having like a little get together tonight, and so I have been asked to make this Ooey Gooey chocolate cake because it's his favorite. So and the first session that we did live earlier today, of course, I did all the trimmings and all the mixing and the baking and all the mess and everything was made. The stove kind of starts smoking and all that stuff. Y'all should have been there for that. But anyway, so here we are. So now the cakes have completely cooled and we are ready to frosting the cake. I made a homemade buttercream chocolate frosting. My very first time. It is so delicious. I'm so excited for it. So we're gonna go ahead and glaze that. I also have the Hershey's chocolate. I do. This is the remaining left because remember I poured some on in the batter, and that turned out amazing. Um, so I have the what's left of it, and I'm gonna actually add this to the cake as well in the frosting. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna cut one of the cakes, shave the top a little bit. We're gonna put that upside down, and then I'm gonna use the topping of that, and I'm gonna kind of crumble that around the cake a little bit once we frosting and get all this up. I am gonna use a little bag here to kind of do a little kind of decoration, nothing spectacular. I am not the best at this, but hey, I'm gonna try to make it look cute at least. Uh, so this is a birthday cake. We will not be cutting it, unfortunately. But what I will do when I take the cake to the birthday party, I may end up going live again just to show you guys cutting it, right? And what it looks like and how good it tastes and all that. So we can do like a little quick 5 minute little show of exactly what the cake is going to look like. So I already have my box prepared here that we're going to put the cake in after it's all completed and done. And then I'll be making my way over to his house to present him with his cake. So let's go ahead and get started. So I need to get a knife over here. And see, I'm sitting down to do this as well. I feel like I'm more stable in trying to get this done. And then I'm more comfortable too. And then you guys can kind of see what I'm doing as well. So I'm going to pull the camera down a little bit for you guys, just so that you guys can have a better angle at this and what I'm doing here. Okay, so we'll do that. How about that? Is that good? Okay, so I think that's good. And so, of course, this is a live. And everything that we do, of course, in this live, in this kitchen is going to be the way it is. Okay. Um, and it is. So all the background noise, I have my grandsons here, so you may hear him in the back trying to get in the kitchen. I have like a little barricade right here in the kitchen, so he can't get in here. but but he's in there, so it was just a big happy family here, okay? And we're just, hey, it's our family first. So, all right, so let's go. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So you'll probably hear my grandson rolling up, and he's 1 year old. But anyway, okay, so this is gonna be the top cake I already chosen. So here's the first, this is the bottom. So what let me just double check this and make sure. Okay, and just so you can see, this is the cake. That's the top of the cake. I had it cooled on the rack, and that's the ooey gooey in the middle. Look at that, pulsating the gooey. Anyway, so this is going to be the bottom. So what I'm going to do here, we're going to go ahead and got my hand on it now. So anyway, so here's like a little. I actually purchased these from the local Hobby Lobby. Actually, it's about a pack of 10. I think they're like $3 or something like that for $3 or $4. So I bought these, and I usually use these for my cakes. So I'm actually going to. I need to cut this. Yeah, you know what? Let me just do this. Let me put this parchment over first, and then I'm going to go ahead and shave the top off a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and cut that off. So we're going to cut this. You guys can see good. So let's just cut a little bit off the top here. Oh my gosh, that ooey gooey is going to be so good. So I'm going to use these crumbs, pieces of this cake on the top for some of the crumbs. So I'm just going to just shave a little bit off the top. Oh, I can see the ooey gooey in there. Wow. So this also is something new that I'm doing. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll actually get a little bowl and we'll put this in for the crumbs. So we'll just put it here. Just little layers off. Oh my God, makes me want to eat some, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm gonna resist. I'm gonna resist. So we'll put that all here. It's so ooey and gooey that it won't even come all off in one piece, but it's okay. It's so soft. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's gonna be so good. So it's gonna be like little crumbs on the top of it and around it. So I'm gonna try to decorate it the best I can. Okay, so I think that should be good. I kind of want to make sure it's even and not a warp-sided cake. So be careful when you're cutting this with the knife. Oh my gosh, look at that ooey gooey right there. Oh wow. Ha! Okay, so we have that. So now I'm going to take the cardboard that I have, and then I'm going to put it on the white side down because it's going to be the bottom of the cake. And we'll put it here. Flip it over on the parchment paper, and just make sure it's nice and even on the board. Okay, so it looks like it's okay. Look even round, even to you. I think so. Okay, here we go. So now I have a little turner in here so that I can just center it here and we'll be able to turn it and ice in it. Okay. So, so here we go. So here's the little shaving of the top of the cake. So we'll do that. All right. So right now, but you know what I'll do? Actually, let me put this back under the cake for a second because as I'm frosting and putting the crumbs, I don't want it to be falling all over the cardboard. So actually, let me re-put this on here again. I just thought about it. Let me do that instead. I probably have to get another. I'm just gonna get another board. I think I'm gonna get a clean board. I should have thought of this before. It's okay. I have a few of them. So let me get it up here. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't resist. I had to go in and take some off of there. That's good. Anyway, okay, so I have another one here. Get that one. Don't fall. Okay. So I'm kind of licking my hands here. Let me go ahead and wash my hands again. Okay. What you want, Papa? All right. Okay. So let's do that. Okay, so here we go. So here's a clean one. I'm gonna leave it here for now, under here. Okay. And then I may have to get another piece. Let me get another piece. Bear with me, peoples. Just trying to get myself together. I thought I was ready, but I'm changing my mind as I go. As far as how I want to do this. So now I want to flip it over. Let me flip it. Like so. Okay, that's good. We'll flip this over. That. Let's go ahead and set that there for now. Okay. So we'll go ahead and kind of slide it over a little bit. Make sure it's in space. Okay, that's perfect. All right. Okay, so now we're ready to frost it. So what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and I was looking for like a cup to kind of like pull this over, but this is a better, easy way to kind of put the frosting in here for now. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. And I've opened it up. It's okay. He's good. He's good. Because I don't, he's not going to not make noise. It's fine. It's cool. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and fill this up with the frosting. Stick it in there like so. Guys, first, guys. This is my first time doing this, too. So here we go. I'm loving it. All right. So we're just filling this up. The bag here. And then I'm going to pull it up, slide this over a little bit. Go ahead and start making it fall down in there a little bit. And then I can go ahead and start putting more in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this on the center of this cake. It's going to be nice and chocolatey. Okay, let's see. Moving on up. I'll probably put a little bit more for now. Okay, so just kind of squeeze it down to get to the point. See? Voila. Voila. I'll put a little bit more here. Got a little bit on it now. So probably don't want to do it too far to the edge because then it gets all over your hands. Okay, so we'll do this. I'm gonna kind of close it up a little bit here. I'll put it a little bit too far to the end here, but okay. So then we'll go ahead and squeeze it down. I mean, not to where it comes out just yet, but now I need to actually invest in me some better ones. These are just the plastic ones, guys, that I got this from the Dollar Tree, to be honest. And so some of the attachments I have like those rigid edges. There is one, not one that's a circle that's big enough that I felt was gonna help me be more efficient with this. But okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just start to put this on there on the icing plate. So I'll just go along, squeeze it, and I just kind of put it along the edges. I'm trying to make a little even. Let's go around and around. Down. I'm gonna stop there because I actually wanted to put some of the frosting inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for a minute, put it in the bowl. And then I'm gonna put a little icing right here in this little hole. We'll drop some in there. This is just another little hack of mine that I'm doing. The Ooey Gooey. I didn't do this on my video, so this is, new things I'm thinking of. And so we'll go ahead and fill that in the middle. So, and then we're gonna go ahead and just spread it all out. Okay. All right, so that's enough there. Okay. All right. So then we'll go ahead and just start spreading it around just to make it smooth. I'm gonna always go from the inside out to the edges. So I'm not gonna mix in that chocolate just yet. I may want to add a little bit more of the homemade frosting to the edge. I want it to be kind of thick. Just kind of even it out a little bit, smooth it on out. A little bit more over here. Looks good. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more over here. Get a little thin. Okay, so you just want to fill in where you feel it needs a little bit more frosting. And just go ahead and smooth it out yet again. Okay. Okay, so do that. Nice. Looks so good. All right. So So we'll do in here. Okay. Very nice. Okay. All right. So that's there. Now I'm going to take this knife and I'm going to go ahead and just smooth this around a little bit here. So that's like the center. So when they cut into it, this will be on the tip. Okay. There we go. That's good. All right. I said your cake, you create it however you want to create it. Okay. Do you? All right. So now I'm going to. Okay. So now I'm ready for the top part, top cake. So this is the top of the cake I'm going to use. Put this over, tear it off, and there it is. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just place this on top, like so. Make sure it's even. I think it looks pretty even. All right. So far, it's cool. It's good. Okay, so we got that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and, well, I'm gonna add a little bit more into the bag here because I want to, this is going to be the icing at the top of the cake. And then I'm gonna take the rest, some of this else, and frost in the sides of the cake, of course. Put a little bit in here just to make sure I have enough. Top of the cake. I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll put the chocolate in the middle, and I'm gonna put this around the outside, the same way I did in the middle of the cake on the inside. Okay. Thank you guys for joining again. Appreciate it. Had a fun time with you all earlier, part one. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna keep it like that. Okay, we'll let that wait over. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just start to put the icing on the outside. Or maybe I should switch it up. It's okay. I was just thinking because I was gonna put my little design around the edge of the cake, but it's okay. We're gonna go ahead and just get this. So let's go ahead and get the sides of the cake frosted here. Just do a thin layer for now. I want to make sure we have enough to cover. I'll go that way so you guys can see. Let's go ahead and just. I'm gonna do a layer. You guys can see. We got the parchment paper down there so that so we're not gonna worry about the bottom, but I'm trying not to get a lot of the icing on the parchment paper because I need it on my cake. Okay. So a little frosting. And this is homemade frosting. I'm proud of it. It's so good. It looks very nice. Nice and fluffy and creamy. I think DJ's going to be very encouraged with this cake. Okay, guys, and I'm just disclaimer, I am not a baker. I don't bake cakes for a living. But like I said, I'm having a great time doing this and creating. It's very fun. Okay. So now let's kind of see what we're looking like around it again. Fill in a little bit where we see the little holes. This is going to be perfect. It's going to be just enough cake to See, it's the ooey gooey, so it's not going to be like a perfectly round cake, right? I mean, it's pretty consistent and it's being round, but it's going to have like little lumps in it because of the ooey um, frosting that oozed out of the cake as it was baking. So you're going to see it. Just a little inconsistencies in the shape of it, but where it's inconsistent, that's where the ooey gooey is. That's what I call it, ooey gooey. Yummy, 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 yummy. Okay. All right, looks good to me. Okay, so what are we looking at? What are we looking at? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just smooth it out here a little bit. Okay, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of use the rest of this. It's not kind of like what I have left in here. It's not much, but hey, it was enough just to get around. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting this like toward the edge, because I'm gonna also, use my piping bag to fill in more. Papa, he's like, can you get me, please? Because there's only so much TV I can watch. Okay, nice. All right, so we're gonna take as much out of here as we can. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna actually use my other spatula too to make sure that we get more. Uh-oh, he's fussing, y'all. He's fussing. Okay, so now I'm gonna have my piping. It's just the bag, so we got the bag here. So we'll go ahead and just kind of fill in where kind of we need to fill in a little bit. Now, I may not have enough of this to do my little design, but it's okay. This cake looks amazing. Wow. Yeah, so it's getting to the end now, so it's okay. We'll go ahead and, so I'll still leave a little bit in there for just in case. So we'll go ahead and spread this out. I'm trying to fill in with it. Okay, there we go. So, move that out. Okay, so I'm just trying to make it a little round circle here, make it a little bit round so I can drop the icing in there. And then make this even. Okay, cool. Looks good, looking good. Circle looks it's a little off a little bit. Let's see. Bring it in a little bit more. Okay, yeah, that looks a little better. Mm. Hey, when you're in the kitchen, guys, create, okay? This is your creativity. So you hook it up how you want to hook it up. This is your cake. You make it to your liking. Oh my goodness. This is going to be good. Wow. Okay. Okay, so now just scoot it to the edge to fill in the hole. Okay. Okay. Wow. Look at that, guys. I'm creating here. All right. Okay, that's all. All right, that looks good. And what's good about this is since I made my own homemade, I really only needed I only used like maybe a little bit over half of frosting. I still have a whole one in the up here. I bought two for just in case, but this one is still I mean I can ice in a whole probably another cake with this. So, it's good to be resourceful. I mean, you have these ingredients at home. If you don't know how to make them, go on to YouTube, right? Like, look at, for instance, my videos, look at other people's videos. There are more people out there that do so many different amazing things with baking and cooking. And you can definitely pick up some ideas, and some techniques on how to do things, and you just make it your own. So, yeah, I'm just creating here. I feel great about it. It's cool. It's good. So I think I am actually done. I'm actually done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a little on top here, a little, whatever you want to call it. How about that? There you go. That is cute. That's it. That's what I'm going to do, guys. That's all I'm going to do. All right. Keep it simple. Now, remember I had these. I had the crumbs from the bread. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just crumble this up, pull it apart, crumble it up. I'm gonna make it like chunk. Like I'm not gonna make it too crumbly because I wanted them to see it's the ooey gooey, right? This is the part that's on top of the cake. So I'm just gonna like sprinkle a little bit around the sides of it. Just patch it on there. Let's see if that works. It should. And so we're gonna just, go ahead, just put it on there. Little crumbs. Like so. Voila. Around the cake. And it's gonna stick because the icing is still, just careful gets on your hands. You're good, you're good. And whatever mess you make, you can clean it up later. When the creativity kicks in, let it kick in. Let it flow, right? Let it flow. Let it flow. So these are chocolate cake crumbles on the side of the cake. And it's cool because it's the same cake that's inside. It's on the outside. Of course, we will take a picture of this and I will post it. So like I said, I'm just putting it on there. And then we'll put more, of course, on top. And this cake is going to be delicious. How about that? How's it look? All right, it's looking okay. Looking okay. It's looking okay, y'all. I'm almost done. Because I'm trying, even though there was like, of course, hard parts of the cake, I'm trying actually not to put the hard pieces on the side. Just I don't want people biting down into hard, but if I let them know. Okay, so I've made it all the way around. And so all the crumbs that has fallen on the parchment paper, I'm just pushing them into throwing them on the side of the cake. That's simple. That's simple. Okay. Oh, careful. Okay. In there. There. Okay. So, like a little bit more right, open spaces. Okay. So then we'll sprinkle some on the top. All right. So here we'll just sprinkle a little bit on the top. Okay. I don't know. I'm just with this whole sprinkle the cake on top of the cake, right? I just like that. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, but it smells so good, guys. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm just yeah, yeah, yeah. So like I said, this is different from my first ooey gooey, right? So I just kind of uh thought of something different this time. I kind of want to make it different every time. Like, every time this, you have the same basic ingredients and how you do the ooey gooey. But as far as decorating it goes, you can decorate any kind of way you want to. But I'm gonna say this is ooey gooey number two. I'll say that. Ooey gooey number two. I'm gonna start labeling my ooey gooeys and be like, okay, this is ooey gooey number four, ooey gooey number two. Okay. So okay, so look at that. It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute, y'all. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're getting to the end of this, but I think we're almost done here. Like we're officially done. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and box it. I wish I can cut it for you guys, but I have to wait till later because this is a birthday cake for somebody. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. So I'm just adding the cake bits on top of it. Oh my goodness. This is good stuff. Good stuff. I can already imagine when we cut into this cake. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I may hurt him, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Well, I think we are officially. Let me see. Do I want to? I gotta put some brown little chocolate here too. And what's really good is when they bite down into the cake, when these little chips. It's not chocolate chip, but it's like the chips of the cake. It's a little crunch, but that crunch has that like buttery taste. You know how when it kind of burns, like butter burns, but it's so flavorful. It's not like a burnt taste. It's like a crispy, buttery taste. That's what it's gonna taste like when they cut this. Gonna eat this cake, these little crumbs on top, because this is basically the ooey gooey part that kind of caramelized. That's what I'll say. Caramelized, yeah. When it caramelized in the oven. Oh my goodness. This is ooey gooey chocolate cake hack number two. Okay. So yeah. All right. All right. So what I'm gonna do now, this is gonna be the trick part, trying to get this off the take the parchment paper off. But what I made, you know what? I think I'm gonna keep it on there. I'm just gonna cut around it. That's what I'll do. I'll cut around it so that way I don't have to move the cake because I don't want to mess the cake up. So I'm gonna just get my scissors and I'm gonna cut like the circle around the cake, and I'll just put it in the box, and that's it. All right. So we can do that together as well. And then after that, I hate to say goodbye to you guys, but it's gonna be over. That's gonna be the end of it. This is just a quick part two, since I can show you guys how I frosting the cake. You have your own way, style of doing things. I definitely respect that. Thank you guys for even tuning in to me and showing you the way that I do it, or that I've done it because it's my first time doing this. So now you know how I do it. um, So yes, 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 yes. That's encouraging. All right. So let's go ahead and let's move these out the way here for now. Okay. So let's go ahead and just okay. First, let me just make sure all the crumbs are on here. Just toss it back on the cake, and also press it into the cake since the frosting is still, you know, it's not firm yet. So that's good. I'm actually gonna, like I said, we're not gonna be leaving yet to go take the cake. So I'm gonna, but what I want to do too is put a little. Well, I'll wait until I put it in the box. So I'm gonna put a little frosting in the box on the bottom, like a circle, so that when this sits in there, it won't move. Okay, because it's slippery, right? The cardboard box is a little slippery. So I'm gonna put like a dash of I'm gonna put a. We gotta put these in here too. I'm gonna put a little bit of frosting like right here in the middle, so that this won't move. But this needs to be opened up a different way. I got cake on it. All right. So I think this actually used to come here. Anyway, I have to refix this box to make sure it's correct. Yeah, I don't know how to do this box, but let me figure it out here, I guess. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, let's just go ahead. Well, I want to figure it out before I put the cake in it because I don't want to mess it up. All right. So start off flat. So I'm assuming we do the back first. Okay. I have my nephew to trying to help me with this, so he kind of put it in here, but I don't know if he knew exactly how to do it. We're both learning this together. So I think these parts go here, and then this goes here. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. So this, goodness gracious, y'all. No, this goes on the outside, so this goes in here, and then this goes here. Yeah, I think that's how you do it. And then these go here, like so. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Look at that. My goodness gracious. Okay. So what I'll do is, so then just open up the side flaps like this. And then the cake, I guess, can just slide in there like so. And it can sit like that. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and just cut this right quick first before I put the icing down. I'm not gonna cut too close to the cake just yet. Let me just try to cut around it. Maybe I can go in and cut a little bit more closer to it. Like I said, if there's any other, hey, hit me up in the comments if there's a better way to do this. It's just the way I was thinking in order not to mess the cake up. I'm thinking is the cake? No, well, the cake is kind of moving too, but it's okay. So like so. I can also lift it up a little bit too and just put some icing under there as well. That's kind of some things that I saw others do, which works. So I just try to find different ways to be creative. And yeah, it seems to work. Okay, ain't a perfect cut, but hey, It's working. All right, it's working for what I envisioned. Okay, just be a little careful there. Okay, so let me do this. Let me go ahead and put a little icing under the cake on top of the parchment paper. So let me see if I can lift this up really quickly. I think I can. Slide it under there. There we go. I got some on there. Sorry. Perfect. It worked. Okay. And then we can also clean up a little bit. Let me get a paper towel, napkin. Actually, I'll just use my towel that I've been using all day today. It's got chocolate all over it anyway. So I kind of want to clean it up a little bit around the parchment paper so that, just a presentation, guys, is always important. You can never redo a first impression, right? So I try to be as good as possible in my first impressions. And that's just in life, It's just in life in general. I learned that from my mom, of course. Got to present yourself, got to represent. I know there's still a lot of things that I do that, she probably like shaking her head like, oh my goodness, did I train them right? Did I train them right? Okay, so I think that's good. Okay, that's good enough there. All right. So now I'm going to put a little here in the middle of this box as well. So I'm just going to smooth a little bit here. So as the cake comes down, it can stick in there, it won't move. That should be good enough. Okay, so let's move it. All right, so here we go. And see, that's why I use the cardboard, because now I can just take it off the little turntable and it's ready to go into its box or into the cake top or wherever you want to have it. It's already ready. It's nice and firm. It's not gonna fall. And then we'll move this and we'll put this here. I'll stand up. And then here we go. So go ahead and just slide the cake, and also the cardboard helps the cake not to hit the sides as well. Okay, so there we are. There's the cake, and we are officially done, completed with the cake. This is the Ooey Gooey chocolate cake. I'm gonna name it now number 2. Okay. And so I'm going to be making ooey gooey chocolate cakes, and I'm going to be doing different things and just doing different creations, right? And I'm going to name these different. It's going to be ooey gooey 1, ooey gooey 2, ooey gooey 3, whatever. So anyway, I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for joining me, for viewing this. I appreciate you guys so much. Our family channel is really having a lot of exposure. I mean, you guys are tuning in, you're subscribing, you're liking, you're hitting the notifications. So whenever I, uh, post something, you're on it, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It just really shows just the impact that our one family can have on another, right? And this is what makes our world a better world, right? Is that we touch each other's lives in some way, some form of fashion, whatever that means for you. But for us, we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, for subscribing. Also, being a part of this first live. I guess this is my second live now because I went live earlier for the creation of it and now for the frosting of it. So I'll be doing a few more lives here and there. And I look forward to your company. So thank you for your comments, your suggestions. Look forward to hanging out with you guys again. So enjoy your day, your evening, wherever you're joining us from. Either you're the East Coast, West Coast, maybe you're in a different country. I do see a big shout out to Canada. I see you guys viewing there, as well as United Kingdom, um, and a lot. I think it was one more country, Trinidad and Tobago. I saw you guys. Woo woo! Shout out to you guys as well. But thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for timing in and just supporting our family. We love you. God bless. Have a great day. Bye.